Testing. 1, 2.
Hello, testing, 1, 2. Ooh. Okay.
booked some paper.
It's over. Sorry.
Do you think we have enough chat? Probably no.
Think so.
If I sit here, am I taking your seat?
No, I'm going to be standing and fidgeting,
Okay.
so you can sit down as much as you want. There's an extra chair here that we can move. Move it to the other side. But Matthias, we can also move this chair over.
Well, I have to pick some more chairs.
Oh, an indie success story. We need that.
We hope it's interesting. We've got some cool videos to break up the talk. So yeah, very excited. Do you want me? I can lift this. We can lift this over in case there's another one needed, so you don't have to get. Yeah.
I think it's just going to be me and one more. So.
Okay. Is Andreas? Yeah. Move that plant.
Men sen efter ett tag så kan man läsa om filmen och då kan man se det då kan man se vilka gener som kommer på banan. Ja, de är svaga eller tål, eller vad man säger. Det är inte så många som har fått det än, tror jag. Jag förstod det.
Has anyone played the game? You should download and play it. See what we're talking about, have some context. But yeah. It's actually a pretty cool game. I think we're calling it a retro style game. No, we've come up with some hashtags for it, for the organic marketing we're doing, which is interesting.
There's 800 people watching the stream, so don't be nervous.
We pass out into the bushes here. Gonna hide behind the plant and just talk from behind the plant. It's probably all my family, my extended Greek family. Oh, hello. We started? Yes, okay. We seem to have started. So, hi everyone. Welcome, and thank you so much for coming and making the trip from the different cities over to the beautiful offices of the Turborilla folk. Prior to kicking off, I'd like to say a huge thank you to Matthias and the team for hosting us. A little round of applause there. And to give you some context of what this presentation will entail, today I'm going to be sharing with you an indie success story that we're extremely proud of. And to offer a bit more context, this is the agenda that you can expect from today. We'll kick things off with a round of introductions. I'll quickly introduce myself, then Yodo1, and then of course we'll transition over to the star of the presentation, Pablo Laban. We'll take you through the journey then, and then we'll arrive to the conclusions. So, without further ado, that's me. Hi, my name is Anna, and I'm a business development manager at Yodo1. I've been with the company since October 2023. And at the company, I'm looking after their growth services, but also their global and China publishing division. I've been doing business development since 2017, and I've worked across a variety of industries. I started off in the telecom space. I made my way over into gaming. Then I went into hardcore mobile growth. And then I did a brief stint at AWS in cloud sales before I made my way back into gaming, when I'm very happy I did. And a little fun fact about me is that I'm actually what I call a baby gamer. I love playing mobile games. I actually have way too many downloaded on my phone, and I play them all the time. But if you ask me to play a game anywhere else, I am very, very bad at it. The only game I've ever been able to play outside of mobile was a web game on Cartoon Network called Flight of the Hamsters. That gives you some hints on how old I am. And yeah, then let's look into who Yodo1 is. Yodo1 started back in 2011, and we started off as a China publisher. And what that meant is we facilitated Western studios to break into the Chinese market. On the screen, you can see some of the games that we've helped scale, such as Ski Safari, Transformers Earth Wars, and then Tap Titans 2. And to help make these games successful in that new and mysterious market, we also developed additional services as well as technological solutions that would later become globally available. Fast forward to 7-8 years ago, we actually transitioned over and became a global publisher. So we're still a China publisher, but we've opened our services out globally. And we were actually the muscle behind scaling these two games that you see on the screen, Rodeo Stampede and Crossy Road. And part of the success of these games in the global market was also the services that we had initially developed for the Chinese market and brought over to the Western world. Actually, fun fact, Crossy Road was actually one of the case studies to see if IP licensing would work into the Western world. And we actually did a really cool collab with Crossy Road and Psy, the dude from Gangnam Style. I will not do the dance, but we do have a little video for you. Hopefully it starts. Yeah.
Hello everybody, I have a big surprise for you.
Run away!
Makers of the game Crossy Road, 길 건너 친구들이죠. Eddie and Matt, they put my Gangnam in their game and they put me in the middle of it. So literally, I'm starring as a new character in Crossy Road.
Crossy Road, wow. No, no.
Also, I recorded all the game sounds in the game by myself, for myself.
Wow.
Please enjoy playing this game and please enjoy playing me in this game. Thank you. Game over.
It was successful, and we brought IP licensing to the global stage. And then fast forward to 2021. This is the last fast forward, I promise. We actually developed our final business unit, which is actually our growth business unit. And our growth business unit was born out of what we were observing in the market, which was that there's a lot of fantastic games out there with high quality, high potential that unfortunately did not meet the metrics that were necessary for us to publish them either globally or in the Chinese market. So what we decided to do was offer the core services that we would offer under our publishing agreements as standalones and help games scale to a point where they could publish with us, continue to self-publish, or publish with a third-party publisher if that's what they desire. The first step is our managed advertisement solution, and the goal here is to help developers drive the best possible revenue out of their existing user base while taking all the work off of their plate. It is a managed solution. So, and the objective here is to free up all of their time so that they can then focus on our second step, which is the accelerator program. And what the accelerator program is a comprehensive analysis that is conducted by our pre-publishing specialists of the game, focusing on a product and monetization standpoint. On the product end, we look at retention, engagement, overall UX, UI. And then on the monetization side, we look at overall in-app purchase and in-app ad strategy, so that we can help tackle the metrics that might not be as strong as they could be moving forward. This report is 20 to 25 pages long, and as I mentioned, it's handed over to the developers who now have some more free time on their hands, and they can roll out the insights as they see fit. This is all in preparation for the third step, which is user acquisition, because after step 1 and 2, usually 6 to 12 months in, LTV is much higher, and user acquisition can be run effectively and at an ROI positive rate. Sometimes people even skip user acquisition and go straight to publishing. It really depends on the insights and the implementation of the insights and how successfully they are rolled out. And that's enough about Yodo1 and myself, and now let's focus on the star of the presentation. So who's Pablo Laban? Pablo Laban is actually an indie solo developer that's based in Argentina. And in 2020, he gave up his full-time job to focus on publishing and maintaining Idle Slayer. And the game is fantastic, but what sets Pablo apart is that Pablo has a very engaged fan base and community. He's actively involved with his fan base and his community, and he actually goes through the forums, looks for requests, and then takes these requests and turns them into content for his game. Actually, the quote that you see on the screen is a message in response to one of his fans who said, "Thanks so much for this update, Pablo, but why did you do it?" And Pablo's response was, "Player engagement is what motivates me the most. Some days I make music, some I do social management and data analytics, and some other days I do coding and game design. I really love what I'm doing, and for now I don't see any reason to stop." So with a mentality like that, it's easy to see why very quickly after the game's release, he was able to garner 1 million organic downloads. However, beyond being a dedicated and passionate developer, Pablo Laban is a bit of an entrepreneur and a business superstar. So he didn't stop there. He wanted to find ways to continue to make his users happy and continue to find ways to scale his game. So the search for some external support started, and in early 2022, he came across Yodo1, and boy was he up for a wonderfully wild ride. And that's the journey, which is our next section. The first step, which is when he started looking, was for support on the ad monetization side. At the time, he was spending too much time trying to optimize his ad setup, the ad networks per ad placement, and it was taking away his time from focusing on what he loved the most, which was creating content for his users. Mass, which is Yodo1's managed advertisement solution, stepped in at the perfect time and completely solved that issue by offloading all the ad monetization optimization off of his plate, allowing him to fully focus on content while also enjoying an 100% uplift in ad revenue, decreased ANRs and improved game stability, and also an optimized user LTV. And from there, as we've mentioned, Pablo is a fantastic businessman. He decided, all right, this isn't enough for me. I want to continue to grow. How can I do that? And as we mentioned, all his traction at this point was organic because of word of mouth in his community. So the next step, the next logical step, was to run strategic UA across a strategic media plan with a strategic media mix across target markets. These target markets included Latin America, Tier 1 English-speaking markets, and also Japan. And in the past 2 years that Yodo1 has been working with Pablo Laban and Idle Slayer, Pablo has been able to see a near 200% increase in daily revenue. If you put that in context, since 2022, year on year, his revenue is doubling. He's also seen a 400% increase in daily active users, and his day 60 ROAS is near 120%, and we're continuously working to optimize it. Of course, I think you know what I'm going to say next. Pablo didn't stop there. He took advantage of the increase in revenue and the increased positioning of his game and the increased visibility, and he decided, all right, let me try and realize one of my long-term dreams, which is to bring a iconic and favorite IP that I have, not me, Pablo. Pablo is the I in this context, into my game, because I know it's going to fit with my users, because I know my users really well. And that's when he engaged us in our first IP licensing collaboration with him. This was actually with Shovel Knight, and it took place back in November last year. And these are some of the results of the engagement. During the collaboration, he saw an 100% increase in daily revenue, and actually a long-term result was that a downward trend in daily active users was reversed because of the collaboration. So short-term results, long-term results, some very happy users, and a quick video for you to see the announcement of the collaboration. So that was the first IP collab, but as I mentioned, it wasn't the only one. We also did a second one with him just this year, back in July. It was a collaboration with Attack on Titan, and some stats about the engagement was that during the engagement, he saw a 85% increase in daily revenue, and then he also saw an 82% uplift in new users downloading the game. And we also have a video of that collaboration announcement for you, because they're great. Oh. So, as you can imagine, Pablo is not done yet. He is continuing to grow and make his user base happy and work on passion projects that have been things he's wanted to do since he thought of Idol Slayer, and we're actually working together on a third IP collaboration. It's yet to be announced, but keep your eyes out, keep your ears open, because it's undoubtedly going to be cool again. And that brings us to the conclusion. The core conclusion that I'd like you all to draw from today is that because of Pablo's passion, his expertise, and his dedication to his community, Idol Slayer undoubtedly would have been a success even without Yodo1. However, by partnering with Yodo1, we were able to offer up our expertise and help him speed up that success and scale it a bit more. So my parting sentence or quote to you is that we at Yodo1, we can't actually help you create a diamond. That's your passion and your expertise. However, we're here to give your diamond a megaphone and help you achieve great scale. So, and with that, thank you very much for your time and your attention. I hope you enjoyed the presentation. And if you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. So please be kind. Yeah.
I have a question.
Huh?
I didn't know that Idol Slayer was also released on Steam.
Yes.
So did you also collaborate on the Steam part? Although you're mostly a mobile publisher.
We are mostly mobile. We do have a growing team that is focused on Steam. Right now, though, we're only supporting with organic marketing on the Steam side. We are supporting Pablo on Steam as well. It is not one of our core strengths, though. Not yet. Are there any other questions? Yes.
Can you tell us a bit more about the accelerator program?
Yes. Sure. So the accelerator program, well, the whole growth program, it has 3 steps. The accelerator program was the second step. And as a second step, the objective here is to have our pre-publishing specialist team deep dive into the game. The product side, with the objective of improving retention if it's needed, user engagement, overall UX UI. We actually, with one of our clients, just by changing the color and the position of a button, we were able to improve the in-app purchase conversion by 100%. So there's some small touches that could definitely be beneficial, even though they're not necessarily obvious. Plus, on the monetization side, we focus on the in-app purchasing strategy, as well as the in-app ad strategy. All these recommendations are wrapped into a report of 20 to 25 pages long, and they're actually prioritized based off of impact and the cost to the developer. In this context, the cost is the time it would take to roll out the insights. And they're fully handed out to the developer to roll out as they see fit. So it's not a forced support that we offer there. It's completely up to the developer to integrate what they want to integrate. Yeah. More questions? If there are no more questions, we can wrap it up. I don't know if you want to say anything, Matthias, or...
No, I mean, we are discussing how we can work together, Turborilla and Yodo1, in different ways, and we've been happy with the things we started looking into so far. I can't really announce what we're doing yet, but we're looking into some things together. That's truly interesting, and also we're going to hang out some more tonight. So if you want to talk with Anna and Milos by yourself, or with me a little bit, I can share some more info later. You will get the chance to do that as well.
Yes. Well, yeah. Thank you so much, and thank you all for your attention. And if there's no more questions, we can mosey off. And yeah, thank you again for coming.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah, do I move? Do I stay? All right.